put that on my soul. On drugs and they asshole. And that's on my soul. On drugs and they asshole. On my soul. On drugs and they asshole. Listen, Papa, talk older, I'ma sin again. Losing in absence, so I gotta win again. Catch an alpha, feeling dropped, and I'ma spin again. I took this poem with finesse, so I'm in the win. And I put that on my soul. On drugs and they asshole. And that's on my soul. On drugs and they asshole. Listen, Papa, talk older, I'ma sin again. Losing in absence, so I gotta win again. Catch your alpha, feel dropped, and I'ma spin again. I think it's cool, but never soul up in the wind. And I put that on my soul. On drugs and the asshole. And that's on my soul. On drugs and the asshole. Running up them business out the battles I was serving out. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Resistance. Put that on my soul, bitch. I'ma wash up in their blood. Give them both the whole stick. Then they gotta be their phone. Let the city know, bitch. I'm sorry going up. My killers what they knows, bitch. And the beat they throwing up. I jump my face with weapons and these was throwing up. At the show was keeping poker baby. Shout outs to everybody in the chat. Robert Brown. What's going on, Robert Brown? Mike Ramirez. What's up, right, Mike Ramirez? Pamela Morrison. How you doing tonight? Monica Daniels, Lake Speed, I appreciate y'all. So y'all see the title, ladies and gentlemen. Another death by tasing. Ocoee PD, Ocoee, Florida. I got something else included in the program. As a matter of fact, let me put that up for y'all. Let me put the program up. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show y'all this program real quick. And here we go. A little messed up right there, right? Let me fix that for you real quick. Shout out to Lake Speed. Appreciate that. All right, here we go. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. All Facebook followers, welcome. Y'all can join in on the live chat on YouTube. Go to the description and hit the link. So it may look short, but it's not short, ladies and gentlemen. There's only 2 segments included in the program. One is body cam review of the Stockton, California PD murdering Shane Sutherland. Stockton, California PD murdering Shane Sutherland. And also, which is included in the title, the second segment is body cam review of Ocoee PD tasing Jean Celestin, which resulted in his death. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 1A quiz going on as well. We have a 1A quiz going on as well. And I just realized I didn't put that up for y'all, so let me show y'all that. Facebook followers, make sure if y'all want to be included in the live chat on YouTube, you can hit that link right there. It's in the description. And there's the rest of the program for you guys to view. I'll leave it up there for a couple more seconds. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We about to get this thing moving along. All right. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 1A quiz going on. Let me see. Y'all put a 1 in the chat if y'all down for that 1A quiz. Shout outs to Michael Russell. Appreciate you, Michael Russell. Lake Speed. Appreciate you as well. So let me see in the chat. And we'll do the 1A quiz as we go through the program. We'll go question by question. But we did the 1A quiz thing the other night and got a good reception from it. So I figured we'd do it again tonight. So Just waiting on you guys. Let me see. Check the show. Okay. Dragon ET, Robert Brown, Cajun Randy. We got Cajun Randy in the house. What up, Cajun Randy? Renetta Williams. Shout out to Renetta Williams. Michael Russell. Y'all all down with it. That's cool. That's what's up. All right. So the rules are the same as before. If you guys don't know what the rules are, I'll explain them again. We're having a 1A quiz, and what happens is I ask the question, and then I put the question on the screen, as well as a timer. And this is what happens. You either get a true or false, or you get a multiple answer question, which is A, B, C, or D. And when I ask the question, then I'll put it on the screen and show it again and set the timer off. And whoever puts the correct answer in, who's the first person that puts the correct answer in, is the winner of that question. That's how that goes. I was told the other night that it's a little mix up with my chat and YouTube's chat because I'm on StreamYard and I'm looking at the StreamYard chat. So what I'm figuring is that YouTube chat, the comments come up faster than StreamYard. So I had got an email that I had missed somebody's answer, and they showed me proof. They had the receipts. They sent me a picture, and they said they was just saying, on YouTube, the comments come up a little faster from where you looking at it at. So I said, okay. So what I will do is I will pay attention to the chat on YouTube and not the chat on StreamYard, which is the same. It's just like about 3 or 4 second delay. All right, so I'm gonna pull the timer up. Give me 1 second. And we're gonna get into our first question, and then we're gonna move along. We're gonna pick and peck this quiz. So if y'all are ready, that's what's up. Put this timer together real quick. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I ask that y'all stand by. I am on the roll. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's try and straighten this out for y'all real quick. I appreciate all y'all that got the patience to hang in there with me. Y'all know I'm really just learning this thing, this whole StreamYard thing. So, all right, we should be good. We should be good right now. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all ready for your first question? This is a 1A quiz. Whoever gets it right first in the chat is the winner of that answer. So let's get into it. Give me 1 second. Here we go. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. First question. How many freedoms are named in the First Amendment? A, 1, 2, 5, 3, 3, 4, 10. Now I'm putting it up. 15 seconds. Let's go. Okay. Pull this chat up real quick. So the question is, how many freedoms are named in the First Amendment? A, 1, B, 5, C, 3, D, 10. A, 1, B. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking at the live chat on my phone and turn the volume down. Apologize about that. All right, so let me turn this down real quick. A little rough start, but we getting there. All right, so how many freedoms are named in the First Amendment? I'm going to say, well, let me check the chat and see what everybody says. So you have Michael Russell. Michael Russell says 4. Lake Speed says 10. Posse Warrior says 2. Okay, guys. So gotta be specific. All right. You know what? We're gonna keep it like this. Last time it was A, B, C, and D. This time it was 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So these answers will be 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of A, B, C, and D. All right, you guys put the numbers down. Okay, cool. So we got 5, 3. 5 by Gio. Argus A Garcia 3G says 3. Michael Russell says 4. Dragon ET says 4. Sweet Lori says 3. Cajun Randy 214 said 4. News Now Minnesota said 1. Whoa. All right, well, let me see. How many freedoms are named in the First Amendment? I say 3. Oh. And the answer is 5. And that will go to, let me see that real quick. Let me see this chat. Got to check the chat real quick because I got some complaints. Somebody emailed me and said, check your chat before you go saying who got the right answer. All right, so from what I see on my chat, look like my man Gio got the first answer right, which is 5. There are 5 freedoms that are named in the First Amendment. So let me write Gio down. Shout out to Gio for that. All right, Gio. What's up with my music? And Gio's on board for 1, ladies and gentlemen. Battery, 90%. All right, so let's move on to I have a video for us to watch before we move into the main meat and potatoes of the situation. So we're going to check this out. It's about a 7-minute video. Shout out to Smiley One. Appreciate you, Smiley One. Thank you. We are going to go into a video. It's about a 7-minute video. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you brace yourselves, okay? You know, I don't play any cotton candy on my channel. So y'all brace yourselves because the video that I got coming up is crazy. I'm not going to interrupt. I just want y'all to pay attention. It's a 7-minute video and it was sent to me by Poor Dirt Farmer. So shout outs to Poor Dirt Farmer. Shout outs to Cajun Randy too. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the donations, y'all. Thanks a lot. All right, so this video is called Stockton, California PD officers murdered my son. He was unarmed and handcuffed. Justice for Shane Sutherland. This came out April 29th, 2001. It was published April 29th, 2001, ladies and gentlemen. This is by Karen Sutherland, which I believe is her mother, which is his mother, Shane Sutherland. She has 101 subscribers. This video has 366 views. And the description goes on to say that this is the police edited version body cam video of 2 Stockton, California police officers tackling my unarmed son down to the ground. Let me put that up for y'all. The officer forcefully held Shane down while pressing into Shane's neck with their forearm while they had Shane in the prone position. Here we go with that prone position again, y'all. We had Shane in the prone position with his hands cuffed behind his back. Shane was begging and pleading and telling them, I can't breathe. Uh-oh, I'm messing up, y'all. Let me fix this real quick. Sorry about that. All
right, here we go. He ignored his pleas and continued to murder my son. Shane called 911 from an AM/PM store in Stockton, California for help, obviously in a confused state. Instead of helping him, they belittled him and then murdered him. Stockton PD has refused to release the unedited body cam footage, dash cams, and store surveillance videos that will show exactly what happened without any blurred footage. Stockton PD has lied to me from the beginning about how my son died, including denying any physical contact with him and telling me he stood up and collapsed to the ground and stopped breathing, which is obviously a lie. All right, so y'all heard what she said, that last sentence. They said that he stood up and collapsed to the ground and stopped breathing, which is obviously a lie. Hey, man, we about to get into this, man. This joint crazy. It's the resistance, man.
You paying for it? Let's get outside. Keep your hands on the skin. Interlace your fingers. There's another employee. Interlace your fingers nice and tight. Spread your feet apart real wide. Wider. You got anything in your pocket that's going to hurt me, poke me, stick me, nothing like that? Nothing illegal on you? What's this? Knife? No, it's not cigarettes. Okay. What's the problem? Why are we getting called on you?
Oh, I don't know.
Have a seat right here.
I was just trying to buy a...
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. On your butt.
I was trying to buy a bottle of wine.
You were?
Yeah.
So how come he's telling us that you're threatening him with it?
I don't.
It's on camera. All I got to do is go look. You didn't hold it up like this?
No.
Okay. Do you have money to buy wine?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Okay, so why are you calling 911?
I did.
No?
No. I was just trying to call a cab company.
Why?
Well, because I needed to get a cab.
Okay, but you called 911, and the dispatcher told you that.
No, I think it was already done.
And then you said that and you said that somebody was robbing you.
No, that wasn't me.
No, that was you.
I don't recall, sir.
What's your name?
Shane Sutherland.
Let me see your ID. Don't get up, just get it out of your pocket. You're on probation or parole?
I'm on informal probation.
For what?
Some old stuff from a long time ago.
What is that? What old stuff?
Nothing violent.
What is it? Spit it out.
I can't remember, sir. Honestly,
Really? You don't know what you were arrested for?
Well, I think.
Yeah. How long have you been using that?
I really haven't.
Well, no, there's either.
First of all, he's answering too many questions, which I'm pretty sure y'all complaining about right now. Whether he's in the right or in the wrong, he doesn't have to answer their questions. Please know that, ladies and gentlemen. They have not established that he committed a crime yet. It's up to them to find out what's going on. You know, if you run your mouth too much, you just may incriminate yourself.
Either I do or I don't. Not I really haven't. You're high out of your mind right now.
This is cocaine.
Cocaine?
Yeah.
Okay. When's the last time you used cocaine?
Earlier this morning.
Okay. So is that why you're acting out the way you do? Sit down. Sit down. Where do you live?
I live in Ocoee.
Which one? How'd you get here?
I drove. I had a friend from here.
How do you support your cocaine habit? Where? Doing what? Okay. Do they know you do cocaine? Do they know you do cocaine?
No.
No?
You think they'd be happy that the no use code? Huh? No? Okay. The Motel 6. I guess. You live with, who do you live with at Motel 6? Yeah? Wait, which Motel 6? There's two of them. Oh, Tracy.
All right, I'm going to stop right here. Y'all got to pay attention. This is where it get crazy. Yes, he tried to run, but they have not established him committing a crime. And they didn't tell, he didn't even tell him he was detained. He's just told him to sit down and ask a whole bunch of questions.
Relax.
I'm relaxed.
Hey, relax.
I'm relaxed, sir.
Stop it.
Okay.
Don't fight.
Knock it off. Yes, sir.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Up to this point, has anybody heard them tell him he's detained or he's under arrest? Now, he's getting cuffs placed on him. Up to this point, I haven't heard it, but I could be wrong. This is why we are watching this together. Has anybody heard them say, hey, you are detained and you're arrested? Anybody heard that? Dragon T said no. I didn't think so. I'm going to keep listening.
Knock it off.
Dude, quit fighting. You understand?
Yes, sir. I got it. I understand. I won't move. I won't move at all.
Okay.
Please don't.
Don't be mine. Don't move.
Now it's struggle ensues, okay? Now this is why we watch this, because we want to go step by step to see if protocol is being followed. You know what? To be honest with you, I didn't even hear him address himself as a police officer. My name is Officer such and such, badge number this and that. I didn't even hear none of that. Shout outs to Gage Halen, A. Garcia 3G, Janine Ketchum, welcome. Air Accountability, what's going on, bro? How you doing? But that's the reason why we watch this, okay? We want to break down if procedure was being followed. Okay, now I could be petty and say, hey, he didn't even break down his name and badge when he first approached the person. Okay, then he tell him to come outside. Never says, oh, you're being detained right now for this, for that. And when they sat him down and he got up and tried to run, they grabbed him and never told him that he was being arrested prior to putting the cuffs on him. Let's look at some more of this. This shit is crazy. Okay, the man is hollering like crazy. And instead of trying to figure out what they could do to remedy that, because there's other things that they could do, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just, you heard the description when I read it, they was putting a forearm to the man's neck. And he's handcuffed at this point.
Relax. Listen to me. Listen. Stop fighting. You're not going to. Stop fighting. Relax.
Knock it off.
Stop. Relax.
I want you guys to pay attention to this man's breaths and his voice, okay? Because he dies. He dies.
Relax. Hey, calm down. No. Relax. We're not. Relax.
You know, it's something peculiar. It's something that happens when you're about to die, especially by the hands of police. And it's a pattern that I've noticed. And it seems like when you're dying by the hands of police, you end up shouting out for mom. What's that about? You know what it's about? It's because people know that they are about to die and their lives are being taken away from them by the hands of police who are aggressive, who don't give a fuck about your life. All they care about is coming on the job, distributing tyranny and corruption, and don't even worry about who dies at the end. All they worry about is going home with their family and coming back to work to do the same damn thing.
Stop it! No!
We got one in cuffs, but he's still fighting with us. He's extremely hard to fight 50. Relax. Stop. Calm down, just like this. Calm down. Calm. You're not here. Relax. Relax. Relax.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, for those who are just getting in, I'm going to put the information up on the screen real quick. Janine Ketchum asked me, she said, when was this? The video was put out on April 29th, and there is no exact date of when it happened in the description. I'm looking at the description right now, but the video was put out on the 29th. My best bet is to Google. What I'll do is I'll Google, what is his name? Shane Sutherland. I'll Google that while we watch the rest of the video. But what you're watching, ladies and gentlemen, is a murder taking place by Stockton, California police officers. Okay? They never announced themselves. They never told the man what he was detained for. They never told him why he was arrested. Let's get back into it.
I'm begging you. Oh my God.
Can't get on the next unit. We're going to need one. I got one for you. And we're going to have one. I got one. We're going to need second people. He's a big guy. Relax. Relax.
They're telling the man to relax as he's gurgling and trying to breathe.
Relax.
Why?
Shane. Shane.
I'm fucking dead.
Relax.
Another strange thing, when there's pressure being applied to the neck by police officers, seems like motherfuckers already know they dying because they be saying it. He just said it just now. I'm fucking dead.
Relax. Relax. Hey, he's turning colors.
You fucking bitch.
Relax.
Yeah, fuck.
Relax.
Oh.
Got it? Relax.
There you go. And that's the murder of Shane Sutherland, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking right now to see exactly when this happened. The date, I just Googled his name. It happened in 2020, definitely happened in 2020. I can't find an exact date, though. That's kind of strange. I'm reading an article. The moments leading up to a man's death were caught on newly released body cam video from Stockton police. Shortly after officers tackled 29-year-old Shane Sutherland, he died. Officials say on the night of the incident, dispatch received a call for a cab to the AM/PM at an Arco gas station. Moments later, another call came in from a rattled employee inside that same Stockton AM/PM store. The caller asked for police as soon as possible because this guy's trying to threaten us and has a hold of a bottle of wine. And just he's going to throw it at us. That's what he said. Just he's going to throw it at us. Officers found Sutherland blocking the register. Body cam footage shows officers escorting Sutherland out and searching him while he denies threatening anyone. Sutherland then made a surprise admission, telling the officers he is high on cocaine. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a crime to be high on cocaine. Just let y'all know that. It's not a crime to be high off of weed. It's not a crime to be high off of any drug. The crime is being caught with the drug. Okay? So let me pull this up for y'all just in case y'all want to check this out. Go on Google to look at that. Give me 1 second. So that's Stockton Police. This is from 13 CBS Sacramento. Y'all can Google that. Stockton Police released video of moments leading up to in custody death of Shane Sutherland. In custody death. So he died in custody. I would assume he did die right there, but it's possible that he could have died at the jail. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all, man. Hit the likes. Everybody about to get killed out here. Like it for everybody. Yeah, like it for everybody. Make sure y'all share this, man. Got a hell of a lineup. This shit's crazy. Crazy. So as you know, ladies and gentlemen, we got a 1A quiz going on. We got a 1A quiz going on. We're trying to figure out who know their rights. Who could get it on. Let me pull this up real quick. We about to get into question 2. Pretty sure y'all ready for question 2. Let me know if y'all ready. Put 1 in the chat if y'all all ready for question 2, because I'm ready. Wait a minute. Dervish State murdered on the scene. Right. He corrected me, not died. You're right. Shout outs to Dervish State, murdered on the scene. What else y'all talking about? Michael Russell, just murdering us one by one. Yeah. Air-cooled accountability. No, he died on scene. Okay. All right. Dragon ET says they are training new Chauvins. I know that's right. Yeah, Cajun Randy 214 said the same thing. 2 more murdering Chauvins. Yeah, it seems like it's getting worse, y'all. It's not getting any better. After George Floyd got murdered, look at all that's unraveled since then. All these police killings that's just coming to this is surfacing. I mean, we got what? Ahmaud Arbery, we have Toledo, we got oh my God, so many this year alone. It's so many I can't even run them down. But we got them already, and it's May. And we got at least 5 murders that done made it to national news. This shit crazy. All right, we got a 1A quiz going on. First Amendment quiz, ladies and gentlemen. We about to move on to the second question. Is y'all ready for the second question? Let's go. All right, question 2. What freedoms are not in the First Amendment? 1, right to bear arms. 2, right to free enterprise. 3, right to a speedy and public trial. 4, all of the above. 5, none of the above. Here we go. Timer going on. All right. So let me check this chat real quick. As a matter of fact, let me reset the timer real fast so I don't forget that for the next question. And then the next move would be for me to read the question again, pull my chat up. And the question is, what freedoms are not in the First Amendment? Right to bear arms, right to free enterprise, right to a speedy and public trial, all of the above, or none of the above? All right, so I'm going to check the chat. We got Dragon ET, he says it's 4. He says number 4. Dervish State says 1. Renetta Williams says 5. Robert Brown says 3. Sweet Lori says 1. A. Garcia says 5. Robert Brown says 5. Dragon ET 5. So on and so on. I think that the answer is 3. So let's check. Okay, so one of those tricky questions, just like Dragon ET said. And the answer is number 4. So who got 4 first? Who got 4 first? Let me see. I'm checking the chat, y'all. Wow. Well, like my man Dragon ET, he back on the scene again. He got it right. And the answer is all of the above. The right to bear arms is the Second Amendment. There's no right to free enterprise mentioned in the U.S. Constitution or the amendments to it. The Sixth Amendment requires a speedy and public trial on criminal charges. The First Amendment does include our rights to free speech and a religious liberty. So that's your answer. Shout out to Dragon ET. What freedoms are not in the First Amendment? And the answer is 4, all of the above. There you go. Making me look stupid again with these tricky questions. But shout out to everybody in the chat. I know that I am going to get more of these wrong, but this is educational, you know? We all can learn this at the same time. And I got a handicap because I'm looking at my phone. I'm looking at the chat on my phone. I'm navigating on screens. I'm writing scores down. So I'm not really paying attention, but yeah, I got that one wrong, though. All right. What are we going to do? Let's move on. Let's get that out of there. Let me see. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So what we got coming up next is Jean Celestin, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to everybody in the chat that stuck around for the meats and potatoes of this. We got Jean Celestin from Ocoee, Florida. All right. If y'all don't know where Ocoee is, that's like in the Orlando area. All right. I think it's a little town, maybe a little town or surrounding area of Ocoee. I'm not exactly sure where it's at, but it's around the Orlando area. And this man was murdered. He was murdered. He was called. The police were called on the scene because he had punched his mother and his sister. Some type of disturbance going on. So this guy wasn't a saint. Let's put that out there. Was not a saint, but don't think he deserved to die. Okay? Put that out there too. I don't think especially by the hands of police. All right. So y'all make sure y'all share this, man, because this is sad. We about to get into it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Michael Russell, Dragon ET, Dervish State, Gio, Robert Brown, Renetta Williams. Who else we got? Cajun Randy, Air Cooled Accountability, Gage Halen, Appreciate y'all. We about to get into this video, man. Ocoee, Florida, man. Y'all seen it here first. I was supposed to premiere this earlier, but for some reason, YouTube wouldn't let me premiere, so I said I'm going live with it. All right, what's better than to go live on it? Go live on it. So y'all make sure y'all share this, man. Get this out there. I'm about to play this video in about 1 minute for y'all. This shit is crazy. It just happened. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull the print up for y'all so we can find out what's going on. And then I'm going to play this video. Family of man who died after being tased by Ocoee police discusses newly filed lawsuit. Orlando, Florida. The family of the man who died after being tased at least 4 times by Ocoee police is hosted a news conference to discuss a lawsuit they filed against the officers involved on Friday. The Celestin family and one of their lawyers, Jeremy Markman, spoke during the news conference. What we have is law enforcement officers who are inadequately trained, inadequately prepared, and did not deal with the situation appropriately, Markman said. Jean Celestin, 33, died in April 2019 after being tased at least 4 times while officers were responding to his mother's home for a domestic disturbance. There we go, our confirmation. April 2019, he died, ladies and gentlemen. His mother and sister were not frantic during the call with dispatchers, nor when officers arrived on the scene. Celestin had punched both women in the face. They said they knew it was a symptom of someone suffering from schizophrenia and bipolar affective disorder and off his medication. So there we go. We got more confirmation. I said this guy wasn't a saint because he went off to punch his mother and daughter. But as we read, he has mental health issues as well. All right, so now that's definitely taken off the table that this dude had, malice intent or whatever. We have to consider these mental health issues, ladies and gentlemen. These mental health issues, you cannot jump into the body of a mental health person and know what's going on. They have no idea what's going on in a person's mind. And it's known that he was suffering from schizophrenia and bipolar affective disorder, and he was off his medication. His family said they expected Celestin to be Baker acted, not killed. Don't have an idea what Baker acted is. I think Baker acted may be committed to a state hospital, kind of like I guess they like a 714 or what is it in Philadelphia? I forgot what it's called. But Baker acted, I would assume, is being committed to a state jail. The moment he has his first major crisis, we call for help, and he is no longer with us. His sister Jean Celestin said. He was killed. They recently filed a lawsuit against the city of Ocoee, the town of Windermere, 4 Ocoee Police Department officers, and 1 Windermere Police Department officer in connection with Celestin's death. Ocoee and Windermere have not responded to the lawsuit. FDLE and the state attorney's office investigated the case, and the officers from Ocoee and Windermere were not charged. Y'all heard it. They was not charged, y'all. Now we about to jump into this video. Without no more delay, ladies and gentlemen, Ocoee PD murdering Jean Celestin. Look how this shit go down.
Currently on Calliope. Dispatch. Before I get myself. Call sign. Calliope reference 222 Delta. A mother, sister, and son.
Powering on. Welcome to All-Tech Launching.
Giving the color right back to the house. Apparently the victims ran from the house and they were in a car waiting for us. So anyway, we're back at it quietly. Cut the grass here recently.
By her son. Okay. Then her other daughter was just over there. She just wants to get all the other siblings out. She doesn't live there, but she said she was also hit in the face. She's not really trying to pursue charges, but she's going to give me all her information. And she just wanted to leave.
So the daughter gave up some information, and she's the sister of Jean Celestin. Officers saying that she just want to get her stuff and leave. She was punched in the face as well. So there's no word of them wanting to press charges. None of that has been mentioned to these police officers. Let's continue.
Yeah, she's mentally disturbing.
Does he have all the keys and stuff? Or is he like, guys locked up?
He went to my
Just stay outside here real quick while we
yes,
get
he went to my room.
What's his name? Jean Samuel?
Jeans? Okay.
So it begins. At this point, y'all want to start paying attention. Just to let you guys know, the people that's speaking on camera, their voices are going to sound a little distant. The only clear voice that you will hear is the officer of the body camera.
Yes. What's the problem, sir? Can I just talk to you, please? About what? We're just trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay, so what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. Can you tell us what's going on?
I don't know.
Okay, well, someone called the police for some reason.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. What did you want? The next person called the police. I didn't call the police. That's sir.
I called police.
Yeah.
All
All right, sir. The water is on hot. Are you a real cop?
Yes.
Are you a certified cop?
Yes, I am.
Can I see your certification?
Yeah, let me do.
Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we're dealing with a paranoid schizophrenic. The gentleman at the door is a paranoid schizophrenic.
Just pull it out of my pocket right now.
All right, go ahead.
I don't have the certification.
So how do you know you're a cop?
Because we're in uniform.
Your uniform doesn't look real, sir.
Okay, but we're not going to play this game, okay?
Yeah.
We're here because someone said that you battered them.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
So you have to get a detective.
Dispatch one.
I don't need a detective.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so where did you get your law degree?
Okay. Why don't you look it up?
I don't have to look anything up. Here.
Sir, I want to talk to you, but you have to talk.
Get back. Now.
What? No,
Get back.
I'll talk.
Get back.
I'll talk. Fuck.
Get on your stomach. Get on your stomach. Get on your stomach. You just attacked me for no reason. I'm only gonna tell you one more time. Get on your stomach, or I'm gonna tase you again. On your stomach.
You are about to get shot. Get on your fucking stomach right now.
Y'all want to see more of this? I don't think y'all want to see no more of this. I don't think y'all want to see no more of this right here. This is too crazy. This might be too crazy for y'all. I think I should cut this shit off right now. Real rap. We're going to get into a question real quick and jump back into the video. How about that? Let's jump into a question real quick before this shit get really crazy. All right. Question number 3. When did the Supreme Court first decide that the internet is protected by the First Amendment? 1, 2004. 2, 1997. 3, we'll review this term. 4, never. Put the time on the board. Let's go. All right, here we go. When did the Supreme Court first decide that the internet is protected by the First Amendment? 1, 2004. 2, 1997. 3, we'll review this term. 4, never. And I asked that question at 11:56. 11:56. So let's find out the answer. I want to say 1997. And the answer is 1997, which is answer number 2. So who got that right? 11:56, 11:56. Whoa. Nobody got that right? Nobody got that right, ladies and gentlemen. We have nobody who answered it. We got Navette that came in with 2. Should we give it to him? He's the first one that came in with it. Nobody came in with the right answer. Wait a minute. We got Robert Brown that put in number 2. We got Robert Brown. Robert Brown won that, ladies and gentlemen. Let me jot that down real quick. Robert Brown. So we got Gio, we got Dragon ET, and we got Robert Brown with 1 apiece. Let's get back into this crazy video. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen, 1 second. All right, here we go. Ocoee PD murdering Jean Celestin. Jean Celestin. Wow, I forgot the man's last name. I'll have that information shortly.
Stop running! Get on your stomach. Get on your stomach now. On your stomach. I understand that. Get on your stomach. Get on your stomach. Lay down on your stomach.
Sir, I was just trying to
Attack me. That's a different story. Get on your stomach. Get on your stomach. Look, dude, you've been tased. Get on your stomach, or I will let you up again. You understand me? Get your hand in your pocket. Do not put your hand in your pocket. Get on your stomach right now.
We just fine. Sir, I need. We just fine.
Get down.
Please. Ow.
I'm out of cartridges. We've got him. If you move again, you're gonna get shot. You understand me? Still fighting.
Stop resisting! So give me another cup. Here. Hey! Put your hand behind your back. Stop fighting! Got it.
Jeez, dude. We're across the street. Still fighting.
Stop. Stop kicking. Who's that? He's good. Okay. Grab his feet. I got an album back on top.
I got
Grab it.
Wow.
Here. Stand there. I'll go around.
You okay?
You move again, I'm just gonna light you up. Here.
He took 2 full hits and still fought and ran.
Oh, I got you in goal too.
So he took 4. This is after lunging at me and she grabbed me. I don't know where that came from.
It's up at the front door. Awesome.
It's alright, we'll find it. That's Evils.
You got hands up, This thing, Shane.
Subject is secured. Any units still coming code, slow it down. Negative. Yeah, me too. Come on.
So at this time, Jean is unresponsive. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are just getting in, we're looking at the murder of a man from Ocoee, Florida, who was murdered by Ocoee PD. We're going to get into another 1A quiz question real quick, and then we're going to continue on with the video. Which of these has no First Amendment protection? 1, pornography. 2, poetry. 3, obscenity. 4, comic books. Let's go. All right. So the question is, which of these has no First Amendment protection? Pornography, poetry, obscenity, or comic books? I'm going to say obscenity. Let's check the answer. And the answer is obscenity. Obscenity conveys no ideas and is of no value to society. Pornography can be protected as sexual expression for adults. So let's check to see who got that answer right. All right, so we got Cajun Randy with 3. We got Gio with 4. Green Knight with 3. Michael Russell 2. Dragon T 2. D signed 4, Michael Russell 3. But we got Cajun Randy, ladies and gentlemen, with the correct answer. He put it in first. Cajun Randy put it in first. Shout outs to Cajun Randy. Cajun Randy is up on the board with 1. Robert Brown has 1. Dragon ET has 1. Let's get back into this video.
Whatever. See you later. People, you alright? Your knee's all scuffed.
Yeah, I can't let you in that part. Yeah, hinge goes.
Yeah, it's 10-4. Roll FD. Damn it. 10-4. All officers are okay.
I am here.
Okay. Just
We find them?
we got them. Do me a favor. Just take a seat inside, and we'll be right with you. Okay?
Yes.
Are you okay? You didn't get hurt? Was that how he was with you when he struck you?
Yes, this tonight only.
Okay.
For the Wall Street.
Okay. Just like I said, take a seat inside, and we'll be right with you. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, come on. Are you serious? I got the AD right here.
At this point, ladies and gentlemen, he's realizing that Jean has passed away. Now he's scared. Now they're going to start trying to resuscitate him.
Are you serious? The way he went from 0 to 60?
Yeah, he's got that excited.
Sounds like he's trying to hint around and saying that the way he went from 0 to 60 is contributing to his death.
Put one on the heart.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Are you serious? The way he went from 0 to 60?
Yeah, he's got that excited.
Can I put one on the heart? One on the shoulder. Watching for needles, he's high as a kite. We're not sure what the hell he ingested.
Now they're adding that he's high as a kite. They're not sure what he ingested. But they're not adding the fact that they had him in the prone position and killed him.
People need somebody to help them out.
Wristbands firmly. Do not touch the patient. Analyzing heart rhythm. Please wait. Do not touch the patient. Analyzing heart rhythm.
Off your unlock your car real quick. We have a spotlight.
Shout outs to Derby State. Family definitely said he was mentally ill. Paranoid skits.
22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I got you. You all right?
All right, let's get into another question. This is crazy, man. They trying to bring him back to life after they killed him. Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we get into another 1A quiz question, and this is question number 5. Are y'all ready? I asked, are y'all ready? Let me get the timer up. All right. Question number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Question number 5. A protest march is made possibly by which First Amendment freedom? Right of assembly, freedom of the press, freedom of religion, freedom of speech. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4 for your answer. 1, right of assembly. 2, freedom of press. 3, freedom of religion. 4, freedom of speech. Let's go. Okay. All right. So we got a lot of answers in real fast. This is an easy one. A protest march is made possibly by which First Amendment? Right of assembly, freedom of press, freedom of religion, or freedom of speech? I'm going to say number 1. And that's right of assembly. The right of assembly was particularly valuable to show public support and sentiment before the days of online communication and social network. So shout outs to everybody that got that right, but we're going to check who got it right first. So I'm checking the chat real quick. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we got a lot of answers submitted. But the first person who said 1, who actually put 1, and you have to be specific with your answers, is 1, 2, 3, or 4, not the actual answer. So we see Dervish State put in assembly, but we're looking for number 1, Dervish State, and those are the rules. That's what I said at the beginning. So we got Cajun Randy. We also got Noli D as right of assembly too, but you have to put number 1 in for the answer. Cajun Randy, he got 2 questions right. He's the leader of the board. Shout out to Cajun Randy, man. We're going to get back into the video.
His knees are cut up. He took a good hit.
Huh? Go grab your phone. I got my phone.
Call Mark. Just tell him that
I don't want to stick my hand in that knife. He came at me with a knife, a large knife.
He lunged at us, both of us.
With that large, gigantic knife in his hand.
I didn't see the knife. All I saw was his hands coming up. That's why I tased him.
No, he had a gigantic kitchen knife in his hand.
Give breath. Continue with compressions. Press.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30.
And not to be funny right here, but this is some true shit. This is real true what I'm about to say. This is the hardest part of their job right here. This is where they put in the most work after they kill somebody and try to bring them back. That's when they put in the most work.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. See if we can roll them. Get those cuffs off of them.
Stop CPR. Do not touch the patient.
Put them down.
Analyzing heart rate. Open lid to continue rescue.
They're up top here.
Open lid. Do not touch the patient. Analyzing heart rhythm. Please wait. Do not touch the patient. Analyzing heart rhythm. Please wait. Shock not advised. It is now safe to touch the patient. If needed, perform CPR
Good.
as instructed. Start CPR.
Keep going.
Press. Pull the arms.
You there, man?
So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look like somebody back there too. 7, 8, and there's one over here. 9, and there's one. There's the cop with the body cam. 10. All these people trying to bring him back to life after they murdered this man.
There? Stevie. Samuel. Jean, you there? His mom told us his name was Jean Samuel.
Continue with compressions. Press.
Gloves. Everyone. Oh, it's right. Temples, grab gloves. I got a bunch for everyone. Where's FD at? They're coming. He's got bubbles coming out. Yeah.
Continue with compressions. Press.
You said you never acts like this before?
No, she said that he's been a little while before. This is the first time he's ever gotten physical. I didn't even see that damn knife. I saw when I went back over there to grab your taser, which is in my trunk, but when he came at me from the door, I didn't see the knife.
He had it.
That's why you lit him up. There's one right here. There's one. Where'd the one go? There was one in here. There it is. That's the one that came with my kit. Right there. 322. Mom's in the house. Yes. It's broken in half, dude. Shoot, no one's gonna grab that thing. It's gonna stay right where it is because he almost got shot over it.
There you go. Images of Brandy Norwood.
Dispatch FD's 97.
Windermere, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Buy with the knife over there.
It's right in the doorway. 322.
Just leave it out. Just leave it there. Don't touch it. Just leave it where it's at.
It's been about 3-4 minutes.
How many takes?
5. He got 2 from me, 2 from Chooch, and 1 from Bodie.
The man's name is Jean Celestin, ladies and gentlemen. Jean Celestin. Celestin. Ocoee, Florida. This is the murder of Jean Celestin, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into another question real quick. All right, let me put the time on the board. All right, here we go. Question number 6. Are y'all ready? The First Amendment protects us against 1, the federal government. 2, all U.S. governmental bodies. 3, public criticism. 4, crude jokes. Let me put the timer on the board. And let's go. All right. Let me reset the timer. And the question is, the First Amendment protects us against 1, the federal government. 2, all U.S. governmental bodies. 3, public criticism. 4, crude jokes. All right, I'm pulling up the chat. Check the chat. So I'm going to say that the First Amendment protects us against all U.S. governmental bodies. That's what I'm going to say. And the answer is all U.S. governmental bodies. Initially, the court said the First Amendment applied only to the federal government, but under the 14th Amendment and later court decisions, the 5 freedoms of the First Amendment, along with the rest of the Bill of Rights, have been held to apply to state and local governments as well. All right, so who got that answer? I see a lot of answers. Let me check the chat real quick. And who we got first on that? So I'm going to go back to 1220. Oh, snap. We got Jason C. that said the federal government. We got Level Eyes that said the federal government. We got Noli D. We got Noli D on board, y'all. Shout outs to Noli D. She is on the board. Let me write that down. Noli D. So we got Cajun Randy with 2. We got Gio at 1. We got Dragon ET with 1. We got Robert Brown with 1. And we got Noli D with 1. Shout outs to Noli D for getting up there on the board. Let's get back into this video, man.
What's up? Just watch out. When he comes to, he's going to be violent again. Hey, go back inside! All I see is a flash. I don't want that over my shoulder. Your glasses show at the door. Don't worry about it. Nothing more I can do here.
Shout out, ladies and gentlemen. We got Kimberly Roper in the house. I put the spotlight on Kimberly Roper. She has different views than what most of us has. And, Kimberly, I'm going to put the link in the chat. I think I invited you to come up earlier. I'm not sure. I could be wrong, so I'm not putting you out there. But I'm putting the link up there. So if you want to talk about anything, your difference in opinions, come on up. You're welcome.
Where'd those glasses get to?
Glasses? You said glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're right there. They're right there?
No. Oh, the rock's right here. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I know how it feels. That's why I went to contacts.
I have an extra set in my car.
You all right, Garena?
So someone's up. You
guys have it in you.
I'll get you.
FD's got it.
You don't want to go here. Sure. Slow it down.
Shout out to Derby State. That was the same thing I was thinking, bro. Why do you got police officers and medics tag teaming? That's crazy. The police officers should be out the scene. We got Miami Beach audits in backstage. I'm gonna play a little bit more of this video, and then I'm gonna bring him in.
Yeah, I'm just a little pissed.
Me too. I mean,
I'm being, trying to talk as nice as I can to him, and the fucker pulled a knife. I didn't even see it.
He had it in his hand the whole time. When he was even looking at us out the door, I saw it in his hand.
I saw the remote. I didn't see the hand.
Oh, yeah.
The knife.
Yeah.
Hey, Moody, can you grab a light right there for them? Good. Yeah. All right. Look, get this. Hold on. Get him in the pot this morning.
They done took this man's soul and they trying to resuscitate him. They trying to bring him back after they murdered him. Shout out 357 Sig Beats 9 What up, bro? I got Miami Beach artists backstage. I'm about to bring him in. I'm pretty sure he mad as hell watching this. He got to weigh in on this. Miami Beach artists, what up, bro?
Yeah, how you doing? Can you hear me?
I definitely can hear you.
Okay. Well, the first thing is, did you notice that the police body cam you're showing was released 2 years and 3 days after the incident? And the federal statute of limitations for wrongful death lawsuit by the family is 2 years. Do you think that's a coincidence?
No, not at all. And I seen that you had put that in the chat. Hey, do me a favor, you got your back. If there's an echo going on, you might have to fix your audio.
I can. I'm on my phone. I don't have. Wait a minute. Yo, Resistance, is it better now? Okay, I can't hear you this way. See, I had the earbuds in. I had the earbuds in with the earbud mic, and I pulled them out.
All right, Miami Beach artists got an echo going on, so if you could hook your device up like it was the first time, and we could continue on. Put a thumbs up. Let me know when you're ready.
Check a pulse. Check it. Nope. Huh? Nope.
We got Kimberly Roper in the chat. She said, "Is it okay to kill a human being, or is it a big deal when a cop does it?" So I'm going to have to clarify, Kimberly Roper, or better than that, you can hit the link and come on up and talk. All right, I think Miami Beach is back. He good with his audio. Let's get back into Miami Beach artist comment.
Second thing that I wanted to point out was about the last question in the quiz. The First Amendment says Congress shall make no law. It therefore only applies to the federal government. The 14th changed the meaning of the first by saying that it also applies to other parts of the government. So I believe the correct answer to that question was that the First Amendment only applies to the federal government because that's what it says. The 14th Amendment changed its meaning. But the First Amendment still only applies to the federal government. You know, the 14th Amendment is what said that the provisions of the First Amendment will also apply to state and local governments.
You know what? I'm hearing what you're saying, and I'm running it through my head. Go ahead, keep talking. Let me process it. Go ahead.
No, I said everything about it. The First Amendment specifically says Congress shall make no law, etc. Therefore, it only applies to the federal government. 14th Amendment said it shall also apply to the state and local governments and to all government entities. So your question was the First Amendment restricts the power of, etc.
The First Amendment protects us against 1, the federal government, 2, all U.S. governmental bodies, 3, public criticism, 4, crude jokes. So you're saying that. So you're saying that according to this foundation, Robert McCormick, I guess it is, saying that technically they're wrong and it should be to the federal government. It should protect us against the federal government, you're saying, right?
Right. The First Amendment specifically says Congress shall make no law. It only applies to the federal government. The 14th Amendment expanded the scope of the First Amendment to other governmental entities. Therefore, the 14th Amendment is the one that protects us against the state and local governments. The First Amendment hasn't changed. It still only protects us against the federal government.
All right, give me a minute. Hang on right there, because I'm just doing a little research, trying to check something.
And if you want to get really technical about it, it was a Supreme Court decision about the meaning of the 14th Amendment that expanded the First Amendment to the state and local governments, not the 14th Amendment itself.
All right, so the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, ratified in 1868, granted citizenship to all persons born or naturalized in the United States, including former enslaved people, and guaranteed all citizens equal protection of the law. One of 3 amendments passed on Reconstruction. All right, I didn't get too deep on that. Let me see. Where did the 4th Amendment come into? Let me click. All right. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play some more of this video, and I'm going to check into. Matter of fact, before I do that, I'm going to get into another question real quick. And I'm going to do some research to get into what Miami Beach artist was talking about. So y'all stand by. Let's get into the next question.
I'm going to pop out of the chat because I can't answer the question. I can't see the chat to put in an entry.
All right, pop out.
On the show. So I'm going to pop out so I can answer the next question.
All right, cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we got the 1A quiz going on, and we have the body cam review of Jean Celestin, who was murdered in Ocoee, Florida. We just had Miami Beach audits. He just challenged one of the questions, which is the First Amendment protects us against the federal government, all U.S. governmental bodies, public criticism, crude jokes. I'm going to try to see. I think, in my opinion, that it's all U.S. governmental bodies, but before I say, oh, he's wrong, because he got a point as well, I'm going to check into it a little bit more. If you guys want to challenge that, y'all know where the link is. It's in the chat. Y'all hit that real quick, and we can talk about it. That's what the discourse is about.
It's a very psychological thing that's happening here.
All right, so y'all not slick. Y'all got a sneak preview of what the next question is. So y'all Twitter fingers better be fast. The father of the First Amendment is George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, Oliver Wendell Holmes. The father of the First Amendment is George Washington. That's number one. James Madison. Number two, Thomas Jefferson. Number three, Alexander Hamilton. Number four, James Madison. Number five, Oliver Wendell Holmes. Let me put the timer up. Let's go. All right, so we got a lot of people that's slick, and I see they put the answer in before I asked the question. So I asked the question at 12:37. All right, so that's the answers that are valid from 12:37 on. Sorry about that, y'all. I think y'all got slick and seen that question prior because I was supposed to have it hidden, but I messed up. So to be fair, from 12:37 on is when the answer is correct. So the father of the First Amendment is Stop Injustice said, don't be biased. Oh, let me put this link up. Sorry about that, y'all. Miss Roper, Kimberly Roper, that's for you if you want to come up and talk. Where's Miss Roper? Miss Roper, how you doing? How you doing? All right. The father of the First Amendment is number one, George Washington. 2, Thomas Jefferson. 3, Alexander Hamilton. 4, James Madison. 5, Oliver Wendell Holmes. I'm going to say the father of the First Amendment is, I'm going to say James Madison. And the answer is James Madison. James Madison is considered the father of the First Amendment because he was its principal author, along with the rest of the first 10 amendments to the Constitution, called the Bill of Rights. Madison later became the 4th president of the United States. Supreme Court Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes sometimes is called the father of the modern First Amendment because his Supreme Court opinion and writings have shaped much of contemporary First Amendment law. Okay. So let me jump into the chat, find out who got that right. And that answer is number 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's from 12:37 on. Ooh. We got a new person on the board. We got Stop Injustice in the house, y'all. Shout out to Stop Injustice. Wow. I don't know if it's going to be a winner. I don't think we have enough questions. Well, it's Cajun Randy with 2, but one of you guys can easily tie it up, and then we're just going to have to find a question to break that. So that's simple to be taken care of. All right, so we got Gio at 1, Dragon ET with 1, Robert Brown with 1, Cajun Randy with 2, Noli D with 1, and Stop Injustice with 1. Let's get it back into the video. One second, ladies and gentlemen. Where this video at? 1 second. Here we go. Let me pause this real quick. We got Kimberly in the stream. What's going on, Kimberly?
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm trying to figure this all out myself too.
What's the part you're trying to figure out? What's the part you're trying to figure out?
I just want everybody to stop killing each other and all this stuff. You know, I like with the George Floyd thing. I pondered over that. I'm a thinker, and there was so much wrong in it. And I don't think it was just the cops. I think it was the medics too, because I've been a first responder for many years.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was a combination. There's something really screwed up in Minnesota.
You think it was a combination with what?
With the medics and the cops.
Oh, so you're saying the medics? You feel as though the medics should have took some blame for his death?
They should have did CPR as soon as they got there.
Well, they couldn't because the police was on him.
You know what? Once the medics are there, they take over the scene. That's why I don't understand why they waited so long.
Because the police officers were taking the situation by force. They weren't. You can see if you watch the video, you can see by their stance and how they were standing around and how 3 of them were on George Floyd and the one was playing lookout. You can see that they weren't playing no games and they weren't letting nobody, including medics, into that situation.
See what they do here in Gary? I'm by Gary, Indiana. If somebody has some kind of health issue, when the cops go to arrest somebody, they call the medics, they make sure the scene is good, and they bring the medics in, they check the person. If they're healthy, they take their vitals and everything else. My son's been doing this for 13 years. And once the person's cleared and they're safe and they're healthy and everything's good, then the cops can arrest them.
Well, I don't have no issue with that. I'm just saying that I don't think those medics were willing to jump in that situation while the police officers were taking it by force and actually, in the process of murdering George Floyd.
You know what? If I would have been on the scene as a first responder, I would have kicked the cop out of the way. Because once a medic shows up to a crime scene or anything, any kind of stuff where a person is in distress like that, they should have taken over the scene. They take over the scene. So
shout outs to you for, to be willing to do that. But, most people, they're not going to jump in the line of fire when it comes to police.
I worked in casinos where I had to go up and get people stop choking and stuff like that. So the thing is, there was something really freaky about the whole thing. I think it was a thing. This is what I'm thinking. It was all in a process of trying to divide America.
Okay, I hear you on that.
Yeah, because I've lived around. I'm white. I've lived around all kinds of colors. My son is Mexican. You know.
But let me stop you here real quick. I want to ask you a question because I'm looking through my comments. Did you and I have a difference of opinion of a video that you commented on?
Yes, about an ID.
About an ID. What video was that? I'm sorry. Please.
The student in a college and the cops were asking her for an ID.
Oh, yes. Ms. Roper, how you doing?
I've been pulled over from work, coming home from work, and because I had a loud muffler. I knew what I got pulled over for, and I always just gave the officer my ID, my registration, my insurance, blah, blah, blah. No problem.
Right, understandably, because you're in a vehicle and you were pulled over because, well, see, here's the thing. Police officers can find anything to pull you over for, once they pull you over and once they pull you over and they ask you for your identification, the rule of thumb is to give it to them because you're operating a vehicle. And yeah, that's the rule of thumb. They ask you for your ID and you're supposed to give it to them. But in a situation when you're on foot or you're in your home or out in public on foot walking around and a police officer walks up to you, and ladies and gentlemen, just to refresh you guys' memory as well, she's speaking about the video I put out earlier today of the student at Yale University. So y'all, if you don't know about that, go check that out because she was ID'd because there was a call made on her because she was in the common room taking a nap on the couch. She was writing a paper all night or whatever. She probably took like a 25, 30-minute nap. Another person who resided in the building, they decided to call the police because she took a nap in the common area while writing her paper. Anyway, the police came and they wanted to ID her. And first she refused, but she wasn't combative. She wasn't trying to start a problem. She was just saying, hey, the person who made this call on me, she's done it several times and she's a little off and the school knows it. So the police decided to ask her for ID, continued to ask her. And ladies and gentlemen, we all know that police can ask you what they want.
Who's pulling the strings of the police officers?
Wait a minute, let me finish real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that the police can ask you what you want, but you have to know your rights. You do not have to give up your ID. And Kimberly, this is for you. You do not have to give your ID up if you didn't commit a crime. They have to reasonably articulate the crime that you've committed for you to give up any ID, for you to be detained or whatever. Just because a police officer walks up and asks you, hey, where you coming from? We've got a call for this. We got a call for that. And you fit the description. Let me see your ID. You don't have to, your rights stands whereas though you don't have to give your ID. Now, as far as what you just asked, who pulls the strings? Well, there's a lot of different entities involved. You got the judicial system. You got you have the police unions. Okay, you got a lot of things involved. Whereas though these people are protected from their wrongdoings. Okay, you got internal affairs involved. All these people, they all collectively join in together to protect the police state.
See, I know there's good cops and there's bad cops. Not all cops are bad, but yeah, there's some bad cops out there. My son knows that too. Being a medic for 13 years and the crap he's had with cops where they took all of his hunting rifles and everything else because his wife was being an idiot and, he's diabetic and everything else. And yeah, they seized all of his hunting guns and all this and that and made him leave the premises in the winter, so he couldn't leave anywhere. So yeah, he spent 3 days in jail.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows.
I'm pretty sure you guys have seen a lot of bad cops because you said that you work in a hospital or you was a medic as well.
No, I was a first responder everywhere I worked. Okay. My son is a medic. He works out of Gary, Indiana.
Well, though, I'm pretty sure you've seen bad cops as well. Both of you had your fair share of seeing bad cops, especially in the medical field when it comes to first responders and medics.
Myself, when I was younger, yeah. As older, I just don't deal with them. I just do what they say and get on my way.
Mm-hmm.
But and I know like a loud muffler or tags expired or whatever, yeah, or a light out or whatever. But no, my son's had that problem with him, but he's a medic, and now they don't bother him because he's got the plate. So
right. All right, we're going to jump in. Kimberly, I appreciate you coming up, and you can hang out if you want, but I'm going to move on to this next question for the 1A quiz. So if you want to drop out so you can answer it, you can, and you can come back in if you want. But I appreciate you coming up. Thanks for giving me your input on things.
So what do you think, though? I'm asking you a question. If you're pulled over, is it legal and lawful, not just to say, here's my ID and stuff, or what?
If you're pulled over,
Yeah.
you see, well, that's why I told you when you're driving a vehicle. I mean, there are cases where you don't have to produce ID if there isn't if the officer hasn't given you a reason on why he stopped you. So I'm not saying that you could just not give your ID up. What you do is you don't give your ID, but you ask for a supervisor, because if he's not giving you a valid reason for why you got stopped, then you don't have to give ID. But see, that's the difference with them walking up to you on your person than being in a vehicle. Now, if they do give you valid reason for why you're stopped, then rule of thumb is that you should give your ID up. If they say, you got a situation going on with your vehicle, broken tail light, of course, that's always one of the things that they say, or anything, whatever. Because you're operating that vehicle, rule of thumb, you should give that ID up. But if you have any issues, you always can ask for a supervisor before you give up any ID. And honestly speaking, in some situations, you can get out the whole situation without giving out no ID at all. But that depends on how much of an asshole the cop is. If he was really just intentionally trying to pull you over for bullshit, then, if you go by the right process and follow the steps, ask for a supervisor, explain to them what happened. There's no valid reason for a stop. And 9 times out of 10, and like I said, it depends on the situation and how you operate in the vehicle. If you're standing in the vehicle, it's parked on the side, and you're standing, the vehicle is standing, you're not operating the vehicle. So there's no reason for you to give up ID. You didn't commit no violation in the vehicle.
So do you believe in constitutional marshals that they don't have to obey the laws, but they can arrest people?
Constitutional marshals, I'm not really familiar with constitutional marshals not being able to obey the law.
They don't have to have license plates and tags or whatever.
That's a governmental thing. I don't know that everybody has to obey the law. I never heard of any government official not having to obey the law.
Well, technically, with the way the Constitution is wrote, as far as all these licenses and all that other crap, back then there was not everything licensed. You didn't have to have a fishing license. You didn't have to have a hunting license. You didn't even have to have a driver plate license. And there's a sect of people.
You're speaking about the difference between. You took me off my square, but let me get back on focus. You're talking about the difference between traveling and what's the other word I'm looking for? Help me out, ladies and gentlemen in the chat. As far as traveling is when you're a private citizen who's going from point A to point B. Okay, so I'm not really versed in that, but what I can say is that there are a lot of people who challenge the police that, hey, I'm just traveling. I don't have to be licensed because I am not delivering commerce. I'm not working for a specific company where I'm delivering tobacco goods or food or whatever, something like that.
Right. There's so many laws that we shouldn't even have to follow if you go by the Constitution.
I don't even have a license, and although I should be knowledgeable in that area, I'm not as knowledgeable as I should be. But what I do know is that there are a lot of people who challenge the police as far as when it comes to driving and when it comes to traveling and actually delivering commerce or products and stuff like that. So,
but the best thing that you can tell your followers, if they are pulled over, comply. Don't act a fool. Don't act a fool. Just comply. Fight it in court. Go another day.
I say comply when it comes to the point of when it comes to the point that the police officers are starting out with aggression. You know, if they come with their guns drawn and very aggressive, hands on, then yeah, comply. But if you have a little wiggle room and you know that you're not wrong and you're able to talk your way out of it because you know your rights, I say apply that method as well. But if they're coming to you aggressively with guns out, they're beating on you and their hands on, then yeah, definitely comply. Kimberly, thank you for coming up and talking. I'm gonna put you on mute real quick. I have to get into this next question, this 1A question. Shout out to everybody in the chat. And before I hit this button to give y'all a sneak peek of the question, I'm going to say it first. Let me get the timer on the board. Where's the timer? Here we go. And I'm going to reset it to 15 seconds. Shoot it up there on the board. Here we go. And ladies and gentlemen, question number 8 is, when was the First Amendment adopted? When was the First Amendment adopted? Let me pull my chat up so I can get ready for y'all. When was the First Amendment adopted? I'm about to go into the answers. Let me pull up the chat before I even say any of the answers. I want to see who's going to put it up first. All right, let's go. When was the First Amendment? 1, 1776. 2, 1789. 3, 1791. 4, 1865. I'm going to put it up on the board. Let's go. And stop me, Justice, you know you got to answer 1, 2, 3, 4. Y'all already know that. Come on now. Let's get it together. Come on. Let's get it together. All right. So when was the First Amendment adopted? 1, 1776. 2, 1789. 3, 1791. 4, 1865. Let's get into the answer. Number 4, when was the First Amendment adopted? The correct answer is 4, 1791. The First Amendment and the other 9 amendments that make up the Bill of Rights were adopted in 1791 when ratified by a majority of the states. The amendments were adopted 2 years after the Constitution was ratified with a promise to the American people that a Bill of Rights would be added. All right, so let's get into who got the answer right. Answer is 3. I'm sorry, the answer is number 3. Number 3. Correction, the answer is number 3. Let me put that back on the board real quick. I'm moving a little too fast. As y'all can see, you got the check mark right here, 1791. The answer is number 3. All right, let me get into the chat and see who got it. So, amen. Oh my soul, so we got Miami Beach Audits with number 3. He's the first one I seen. And the second one who got the correct answer right was Dervish State. In between that was Dragon ET with number 1, Cajun Randy 214 with 2, Level Eyes with 2. And then we got people who put in 1789, which would have been wrong even if that was correct. You have to put 1, 2, 3, 4. So shout outs to Miami Beach Audits. He's on the board. And we're going to move on. We're going to get back into this video real quick. Shout outs to Mike Reese. Appreciate you, bro. Let's get into the video. Where is that? I got to find the video, y'all. Give me 1 second. video coming up of Jean Celestin.
I got a question.
Hey, what's going on, Kimberly?
I got a question. Just tonight there was all kinds of gun shootings and stuff around me where I live. You never really hear that much about that. You know, Gary is now a ghost town, but they're still killing each other over there.
Okay, what's your question?
Why is it so dominant when a cop kills somebody and not when an innocent child is killed? I don't get that. Precious little babies.
So, what has that happened in your community? Because I
Yeah.
know in my community, when that happens, we raise hell just as much as if a cop would have killed somebody in a community, if not even more.
My son has held a teenager that got his head blowed off.
How often is that happening, though, Miss Roper?
Oh, it happens every weekend.
You telling me kids are getting killed every weekend where you're from?
Yes.
Babies
I'm
are
right
getting
by Chicago. There's kids getting killed all the time.
Well, that's been going on in Chicago for years. It's been going on in LA for years, New York City for years. The problem is, this is what the problem that we have, okay? We're never going to be able to stop killing, all right? So if you think that's going to happen, you can get that out your head right now. And unfortunately, there are going to be sick, weird people who are going to be out there doing all types of bad things to kids. And we know that civilization has accepted that for years, okay? Our problem is that we need a police system that's going to be corrected and not broken. So if we got kids on the south side of Chicago being killed by adults and kids being killed in the area that you're from, then we need a perfect police system to take care of that without the addition of them killing us as well. That's
so
the best.
we need to make a better system, which requires more funding to where these people can be trained better.
Yes, well, it comes down to us who we pick and choose as elected leaders and officials, you know?
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. But I just want to say,
so maybe we should wage a war on the officials that are in charge.
I'm not dismissing the fact that kids are being killed, and I'm just, throwing it over my shoulder and say, hey, that happens every day. No, I'm not with that.
Kids are our future, man.
Of course. I'm not with that at all. But what I handle, the topic that I talk about and cover is a broken police system that's going on throughout this whole country. Okay.
There's also a broken family system.
Okay, and sometimes, in some ways, you have to contribute that to the government as well. I mean, government is not all.
My son was raised by a single mother, a Mexican. He ran with the little gangs with the gun and stuff like that, but I raised him right. Now he's going to be a nurse in the emergency room.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's the families. We got to work with the families, raising these kids up right to where they don't go killing each other.
That's true. That's true. That's definitely true. But I just would try to shine some light on the fact that, this pandemic going on. And I ain't talking about coronavirus. I'm talking about people being killed by police almost every week. It's making national headlines almost every week.
Yeah, I know. That makes national headlines, the police killing, but the gang stuff doesn't meet the freaking news. All the stuff of these kids being killed. That little boy that got killed in Chicago running with the Latin Kings.
Adam
He was
Toledo.
with a 20, yeah, he was with a 21-year-old. He was out there to make his mark as a Latin king. Come on now. I grew up around Latin kings and the saints and all of them.
All right.
He was
So
making his mark.
all right. So your issue is that there's violence going on in inner cities with gangs and people killing babies and stuff like that, right? That's your issue. What's your suggestion on what needs to be taken care of with that? I see you got a problem with it because you're saying that
there needs to be more programs for families.
That outweighs the situation that we have going on with police killing people every day. And I'm not saying that you're wrong for saying that. You have a point, and that's a good point. But what's your suggestion? What you think should happen?
I think there should be more programs for families, especially single mothers. More help for the single mothers that are raising these boys. It's mostly boys, not girls. Mostly boys. Girls are hellfire, yes.
Mm-hmm. You ever thought
but
about?
there needs to be more programs for those children to be brought into a better environment some way or another. I know Cabrini Green and all that too. I've been around Cabrini Green. I know how bad that was.
So let me ask you a question. Have you thought about how the judicial system breaks up families? So, and
oh yeah, they used to do it all the time with the welfare system.
Wait a minute. 9 times out of 10, the child always goes with the mother.
Yeah, I know.
Not only that, they make the dad pay child support. Now,
yeah,
it's not a problem. It's not a problem.
Yeah, maybe now, but not back in the day. They didn't.
Not back in the day because it wasn't like how it is now. Well, how far back in the day you talking about? Because 60s, late 50s, 60s, 70s, all the way on up. They've been
okay. My son is 40. I never got a dime from his father. I raised him by myself.
The point that I'm making is that you're saying that they need to give up more. They need to give more help.
They need to give the mothers a step up and help them.
Right. I don't
get
know
out there in the workforce.
How much of a step up you want? They already had a welfare program putting them in good positions.
Welfare is not a step up.
What do you mean? They offering programs within welfare for women to get prominent positions and good paying jobs.
They need more schooling into the technology of what's going on in the world now, office jobs or whatever. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a little hint of my story.
How about the
judicial
system?
I never graduated.
Wait. You get off topic. How about the judicial system not breaking up families?
Well, that'd be a good call because I've seen that my mother go through that.
Okay,
she couldn't get no benefits unless the father was gone.
All right. Well, listen, I have to move on, Kim. I got to play this video. We can talk a little bit more about this later. I'm going to put you on mute. All right, let's move on to the video, ladies and gentlemen.
The other victim decided to leave.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. They still trying to resuscitate this man. He's been dead for like 6 minutes already. Got Kimberly Roper in the chat. She has some interesting things that she said, and it sparked me to get back into the discourse. And just wanted to say, expound on what I was saying earlier about the system breaking up families. Like, this has been going on for a long time now. Okay. She was saying that, there's a lot of killings going on in the country, especially when it comes to little kids. And we know a lot of things that's going on when it's pertaining to little kids, especially human trafficking as well. And not trying to throw off what Ms. Roper is saying, but we got to understand that the government works hand in hand. The government works hand in hand when it comes to law and the things that goes on in the streets too, okay? These urban areas, we all know, and we've heard this so many times before, the people that occupy these urban areas aren't getting these kilos of cocaine, okay? They're not getting these pounds of weed. They're not the ones bringing it in, all right? So we got to think and be like, well, why is there so much crime in the urban area and these people they're not prospering? Why is that? That's because they're being supplied with it. It's an intentional situation, okay? That's how it goes down. So with that comes violence, comes poverty, comes people shooting their guns at each other, comes mental illness, okay? You can't prosper in an environment of chaos. That's not going to go down. It's not going to happen. All right. And
Absolutely.
this government knows it. Okay. The government knows it's been their plan for over 6, 7, 8, almost 80 years now. All right. They already know how we think. They know what we like. They know all the stuff that can divert us. So that's me expounding on what we were talking about a little bit earlier, Ms. Roper.
It ain't no black and white thing either. It really isn't. It really isn't.
That's according to who you're speaking about. Now, if you want to speak about the elites who are
the money makers,
you're talking about the elites are playing with the strings. They don't give a fuck about nobody. But as the shit rolls downhill, it starts becoming church, state, police state, hood, jail. Now, them people that's running that situation, you got plenty of races occupying that area.
I've never met a white supremacist my whole life.
I've met a white racist plenty of times.
I've met more people that were black that were racist against white people than I have white supremacists.
Oh, I gotta stop you there, Kimberly. I gotta stop you there.
Oh yeah, because I'm a very kind person. I love everybody, but I've seen a lot of people that hated white people.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you think? Let me stop this real quick. Why do you think they hate white people? What was the reason for them to hate white people?
Because they showed no respect or being kind and gentle, like everybody else.
No. Why do the black people that you've heard about, that you know of, hate white people? What was their reasoning for hating them?
Because they're carrying a 10-pound bag of potatoes on the back of their head, acting like everybody owes them. I didn't.
No,
I never owned slaves. I never. None of that.
wait a
So
minute. You didn't answer the question. That's the second time I asked you. I said, why do you think the black people that you know of hate the white people?
I've only met a few.
Listen, I'm about to boot you, but before I boot you, because you're not answering the question, you're deflecting. We was doing all right, but I'm about to tell you right now, you're
Why do
deflecting.
you think
And
that
I'm
all
calling,
colors can't be
I'm calling,
racist?
let me put you on mute real quick, because you keep over talking me, and we're not going to have that. First of all, you say you met black people who are racist against white people. How can a black person be racist? There's no such thing. There's no such thing. There's never been a dark-skinned person that distributed tyranny and corruption all throughout the planet. Okay? So there's no such thing as a black person being racist. Let's get that clear right now. And if anybody else got a problem with it, I'm going to put the link in the chat and we can talk about it. And we could go deeper than that. But how about you stay on mute for a little bit, Kimberly, finish your cigarette, and we're going to get back into the video.
So you're saying that racists can't be racist against each other?
Kimberly, you're going to have to hold on for a minute. I'm playing the video. We're not going to talk
There's
over the
people
video.
that are racist.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Kimberly Roper on the panel, and we had a good conversation starting off, but she feels as
So
though
you're
that
saying there isn't racist in all colors?
Hey, Kim, Miss Roper,
That right
stop
there is racist.
I'm about to kick you out straight up. Seriously, you're not even giving me a chance to let you begin speaking. So if you can't do that, then I'm gonna get you out. You got one more time. Anyway, I was saying, Kim thinks that there are racist blacks out there, and I told her no, there isn't, because you can't be a receiver of tyranny and corruption without ever giving it up and be racist towards somebody. What we receive is not racism that we give back. What we receive and what we express is the motherfucking years of tyranny and corruption that has been shoved up our ass by so-called authority. So what
that's racism, all racist. Sorry, that's all racist.
Racism we received. You telling me that our expressions, excuse me, you're saying that what we express is racism?
All races have been racist.
No,
there isn't just one race that's not been racist.
Okay, what race are you talking about? Because we talking about the dark-skinned race.
Oh, only blacks are the only people that aren't racist?
That's what we speaking of. That's what we speaking of.
Every race has their own clique. Hmongs have their own clique. Chinese people have their own clique. Mexicans have their own clique. Do you not understand that? There is a clique of all races.
If you were never an oppressor and was on the receiving end of oppression, you can never be racist by expressing what you've been through for so long. That doesn't
Were you a slave? Were you a slave? Did you pick cotton?
What? Say what?
Do you know anybody? Anybody? No, all of us are slaves to the government. All of us are slaves to the government, are we not?
It depends on who you are, if you ask me. It depends on who you are. It depends on who you are.
When you want to talk about how this person is oppressed or that person is oppressed, no, all races have been oppressed. The Egyptians and everywhere else, slaves for thousands of years.
I'm trying to figure out your point. So the black people in America, when did we ever enslave people? Explain that. We talking about here in America.
I'm Native American. Am I talking about racism?
But that's what we're speaking about, Kimberly. That's what we're speaking about. We're talking about what's going on here in this country, and it's obvious that
but the thing to get these kids to come up is to stop with the oppression. Stop with the oppression.
Stop what? What you mean stop with the oppression?
Build them up. Don't bring them down.
Build who up? Who are we supposed to be building up? And who's being brung down?
Your children. Stop with the oppression and
your children or our children?
My
children are our children. My children are our children. Because you just told me
American children
don't separate race. Because you just checked me real fast, said don't separate race, and let me know real clear that you were Native American.
Stop separating race. Every person that's come to America has had to fight a battle.
Now you said your children. Stop bringing down your children. So who are you speaking about when you say your children?
The American children.
So you're separating yourself from, you say you're separating Native American children from other American children?
Well, you brought up how the black people that were brought over here by a black person as being oppressed. Get off the plantation and build up your...
I never said that. Who told you that? I never said no shit like that. Where you get that from? I never told you that black people were brought over here by another black person.
With a chip on their shoulder. Like how they could never...
I think you've been drinking a little too much because you ain't even know I've been muting you. You're not even digging it. Yeah, you're out there. Listen, how are we bringing our children down? That's what I want to know.
You should stop telling them that they're oppressed. Bring them up. They can be whatever they want to be.
How are we telling them that they're oppressed when they see it every day? Oh, just like, listen, I may have not been lynched, but I know of it because it's been going on for such a long time. So how can we what are you talking about? We telling our children we oppressed. We're not telling them that. It's right in their face. You haven't seen it for the past year? Or have you been paying attention?
I'm not stupid, and I see what goes on.
So how are we telling our children they're oppressed? Where did you get that from? You read that in an article? Did you hear a black person
tell your children that they can be whatever they want to be?
But who said that we oppress our children? Where you get that from? And
what quit telling your children, well, we were slaves and we picked cotton and all this other stuff. That was like 200 years ago.
Oh, so you want us to erase our history? That's what you want. You want us to
rewrite history?
No. So therefore, here's the thing. You want us to stop telling our children that our blood was built. No, I'm sorry. You want us to stop telling our children that our blood didn't grow.
I'll tell you what. I'm French Canadian and Native American. So
I'm muting you again. Stay mute. Don't hit the button or I'm a boot. This is what I'm saying to you. You want us to tell our children that it didn't happen. You want us to stop telling them that. You want us to stop telling them that America grew off of black blood, as well as Native American blood too. But you want us to stop telling them that. Hey, we're going to
No,
cut
stop
this
telling
off.
them that.
We're going to cut this off right here, and we're going to stop saying, hey, we're going to stop
Tell
saying, hey,
them they can do.
you guys used to pick cotton. We're going to cut that off. We're not going to teach them that no more. We're not going to teach them that no more. Are you serious? That's what happened. Are you serious? That's what happened. That's the truth. Why would you want us to stop saying that? You keep hitting the mute, and I'm keep hitting it back.
That.
Come on now. Come on. Chill out. Come on.
You want the truth? You want the truth?
Calm yourself down. Calm yourself down. Come on, man. Look at you. You sound like a DJ mix. Chill. Either that or step off. Come on, Miss Roper. Chill out. Miss Roper, chill. I'm trying to say something. I'm going to let you speak. Stop hitting the unmute button. You can't control yourself. What you drinking? I'm going to unmute for that. What you drinking? Now you don't want to say nothing. I unmuted you. They asked you what you was drinking. You don't want to say nothing about that. Okay. All right.
You muted me right away.
You have your anonymity. But no, you're not going to say, we need to stop telling our children that we used to pick cotton. No, that's not going there. We're not erasing history. That's what happened. It's bad enough that we hardly know our history because we've been so displaced. It's bad enough that we've been so displaced that we hardly know our history. You can go back thousands of years probably and find out your history. An Asian man could go back thousands of years to the certain dynasty, whatever, and find out his history. We got Irishmen who could go back, but it's bad enough a black man can go back far enough to find out his history. And then you want us to tell us to cut it within 450 to 500 years? Are you crazy?
Who do you think owned slaves to begin with? It wasn't the people in America.
Oh, man.
It started over in Africa. I'm Canadian. I'm Canadian. I can trace my roots back to the 1700s.
I'm trying why you telling us black people, to stop telling our children.
That right there. Stop carrying that bag of potatoes on your shoulders.
How am I carrying a bag of potatoes when you telling me to stop telling our children?
You guys do.
Who are you? Who the hell are you?
You're a human being. Are you not a human being? Are you not a human being?
Are you a racist? Do you even like black people? Keep it real.
Are you a human being? Yes, I raised a child that was half black. Yes.
All right, so how you going to get mad because we used to pick cotton and then you going to say stop telling our children that? Who are you to say some shit like that?
Because my ancestors picked cotton too. What do you want, a brownie button?
Your ancestors picked cotton?
Oh, yes, they did.
Did they pick it willingly or did they? Because as far as I know.
No, because they were poor as shit. They had to do something to make a living.
As far as I know, there was a massacre on Native Americans because they refused to do anything. And a lot of them were murdered and killed. Okay? So I ain't never heard of no Native American picking cotton unless he got off the trail and got caught up with some black people. What are you talking about? Picking cotton. When did Native Americans, am I wrong, ladies and gentlemen? Because I could be wrong. Did Native Americans ever pick cotton? I'm pretty sure there was a few of them that did. I do know that a few Native Americans got caught up within slavery in this country. I do know that. But majority of them, when they came through and tried to enslave the Indians, for the longest, everything I known about them was that they sat Indian style and didn't do a motherfucking thing. And they killed a lot of them for that. So what are you talking?
Are Native Americans with all the bloodshed from Native Americans? Are they a proud people? Or are they sitting around waiting for reparations?
No, you're deflecting. You're deflecting. We're talking about Native Americans picking cotton. Let's get to that.
No, I said a lot of white people picked cotton too.
No, but we're talking about Native Americans picking cotton. Well, where's your receipts on that? I need to see that because I can stand. I can stand to be corrected. Okay, so I need receipts on Native Americans picking cotton and picking it under duress.
Do you got receipts?
What do you mean? Do I got receipts? What are you talking about? You don't know about black people picking cotton? You just told us to stop telling our children that we used to pick cotton.
Well, white people pick cotton too, but I don't think they're worried about receipts.
When white people pick cotton, what white people are you talking about?
The poor farmers.
The poor, sharecroppers. That's what you're speaking of, sharecroppers? Hey, Kim, Miss Roper, where you at? I can't hear you. Yes, sharecropping and slavery is two different things, okay? There were no white people in slavery getting whipped. There were no white people during slavery getting lynched unless they was helping out black people, okay? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Hey, Kim, sounds like you're over the edge, and I'm going to let you go, okay? You can come back up if you want, but go ahead and get yourself together. You have a good night. Are you talking? You talking, Kim? Did I have you on mute?
I never said that slavery was a good thing. It never was. It was bad. It happened all over.
Well, I'm just saying.
Teach your children that they're better than that.
Native
they can go forward. If that's wrong, then think about it.
When did the white people pick cotton? When they were sharecroppers? You saw poor white people?
Go dig into history. Go dig into history. You'll find out.
Well, if you want to speak it, then pull up the receipts. Pull up the facts. Receipts are facts. When I say receipts, I mean facts. Okay?
Oh, I'm sure I could find it.
White people who sharecrop, slavery is totally different from white people who sharecrop. Okay? Yeah, motherfuckers, generations and generations of black people in slavery.
There was a lot of slaves. Irish people got paid less than black slaves because they weren't as fit as the people from Africa. Did you know that?
Listen, I'm on a computer right now. Let me pull this shit up. Tell me where to go to pull it up.
Well, you better go on DuckDuckGo because it has facts, not Google.
Duck what?
DuckDuckGo.
DuckDuckGo. That's what you said, right?
DuckDuckGo.
You said DuckDuckGo? That's what you said? Because you sounded your words are a little slurred.
No, it's because I have missing teeth.
Okay, well, can you repeat that one more time? Or better yet, can you write it in the chat? Write it in the chat, and I'll go look at this. And what do I need? Yeah, duck, what the fuck?
DuckDuckGo.
Type it in the chat, just so I make sure I got it right.
No, because if I get up here, then I'm going to lose this because I'm on my phone.
Shout out to Mike Reese, man. It's just, I expose on all levels, and, I tolerate things because
I'm not a racist. I've never been a racist.
I didn't call you a racist.
And I know the plights of the racist stuff and all that crap. I grew up around black people. I never even looked at color. I looked at people as far as how they are people.
But you're telling black people to stop.
Images of Brandy Norwood. Here you go.
You're telling black people to stop telling their kids that generations.
I'm not telling them not to tell their history. I'm saying let them know they can be whatever they want to be.
You did.
They have to have that drive.
Tell them to stop saying that they used to pick cotton. Tell the kids, stop telling the kids that y'all used to pick cotton.
You want to keep twisting my words? That's not what I said.
Ain't nobody
I
twisting your words.
raised my
Everybody
kids
in the
by
chat
telling them
knows.
their history.
Why you? That's the whole situation. That's how it got heated. You said, "Stop telling
No, I
them."
never said that. I said raise your children to be proud of themselves, no matter where they came from.
Nah, you lying now. Whatever. All right, have a good night. Fuck the duck,
Yeah,
duck, go.
don't call me a liar because that's not what I said.
You did say it. You have a good night. Bye.
God is my witness. I'm not a liar.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we had enough of that. I'm going to finish this video. I'm going to get out of here soon. I'm going to read the chat while the video playing.
Ready, Chris?
Go. Where you going? Fair enough. Someone with a fresh taser. Someone with a fresh taser. I'm out. You want me to do what? You can follow them. Just I'll let you see if you're giving updates from. That's my AD spread out over this. Okay. Make sure. Back. We're gonna get it all taken care of. I need to get him squared away. You don't need to be checked out. No. Okay. Not physically. Mentally, it's not straight altogether. Are you good? Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. Like I said, I have enough going on. I don't need this. Yeah. You all right? Yeah. I'm not. I didn't see the knife. I should have been at the level that I was at. I should have been one step up. I didn't see the knife. I saw the. You saw the knife when I walked up. Oh no! When he was at the door, he opened the door and slammed it in our faces. I didn't see it.
He was standing with his right side with his hand.
I saw the remote, and I was like, okay, that's all it is. So I put mine back in, and then I tried to. You saw I opened the door.
Once you went in, that's when I saw you were over on his left side, and he still had it on his right side. He was facing me, and I still had my taser out. So I just went straight to his chest, and I didn't do anything. That's when he came right at me.
Yeah. All I.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Resistance. Got a little off track tonight. I apologize for that, but still was a little fun. Hey man, you never know what you're gonna get on this channel. You never, ever know. Okay, and all are welcome. I was always told if you let a person speak enough, you'll find out who they truly are. Just sit down and listen. That's all you gotta do. Just listen to what they say. And eventually, they'll let you know who they are. Hey, man, I want to give a special shout out to Miami Beach Audits. Listen, man, we Miami Beach Audits was up here. Shout out to him for being on the panel. We was in the middle of a 1A game, and I just totally forgot about that because we got totally caught off track with Kimberly Roper. But I guess that was the bonus, huh? Everybody forgot about the game, huh? And we've been streaming for 2.5 hours. I need to get something to eat. A little tired. So, hey, man, we still can continue the 1A game at another time. Like, I know y'all like it. Kimberly Roper, you messed it up. Ah, man. Anyway, shout out to everybody in the chat to wake up. What's going on, bro? But nah. What up, my man? Stop Injustice, Manolo Chavanez, Renetta Williams, the queen, all the way from Wynn, Arkansas. 357 Sig Beats, 9mm. Level Wise to see. Mike Reese, Dragon ET, Gio, I see y'all all up in here. Family. Nothing but family up in this joint. I appreciate y'all. Michael Russell. What's going on? Yeah. We had Priceless Channel up in this joint. Shout out to Priceless Channel. Big Will, what up, bro? Yeah. LG. Shout out to Mike Reese and everybody else that donated to the Resistance channel. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man. That's love, man. All the newcomers, man, make sure y'all hit the like button if you like what you're seeing. And anybody else, if y'all want to become a member, all you got to do is hit the join button. It's real simple. Hit the likes. Everybody about to get killed out here. Like it for everybody. Shouts to Gio. Yeah, I'm going to give you a call when it's over with. All right, y'all. I'm going to be getting out of here in a little bit. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. It's the Resistance, man. Hey, you never know what you're going to get on this channel. We're going to do it almost every day of the week. And, anything can happen. Expect more crazy shit. That's all I gotta say. Expect more crazy shit. Oh my soul. Yeah, man. All right, I'm gonna end this joint. Y'all make sure y'all be safe out there, man. Protect your family. Give your mom a hug. Tell your dad you love him. For real. A lot of people don't got their mom and dad. So, those out there who are fortunate enough to have their family, their mom and their dad, express your love to them. Okay? You never know. Might not be able to do it again. So, y'all be safe out there, man. Make sure y'all always record. You know what I mean? Invest in a dash cam. Get a camera. Put it on your porch. Put it in your backyard. And if you get some juice, send it to the Resistance.
It's a very psychological thing that's happening here.